Hello, my topic is MRI evaluation of white matter hyperintensities in migraine. Migraine is a complex neurological phenomenon associated with chronic debilitating headache characterized by recurrent moderate to severe headaches, attacks, and autonomic nervous system related symptoms. Globally, migraine affects approximately 15% of the general population. In India, prevalence of migraine is approximately 14%. Migraine is not as benign as a disease as it was supposed previously thought before the imaging era. Migraine is an independent risk factor for structural pain changes in form of white matter hyperintensity, infratentorial hyperintense lesion, and silent posterior circulatory infarct as seen on MRI. Among these, white matter hyperintensities are considered to disrupt cortical subcortical connections, leading to cognitive and emotional dysfunction. White matter hyperintensities are the white matter lesions which appear hyperintense on T2 and flare images while appearing hypo to isointense on T1 weighted imaging, and there is no blooming on susceptibility weighted imaging. Here is the axial flare MRI images showing white matter hyperintensities in juxtacortical and periventricular regions. The aims and objective, the primary objective of this study is to determine the correlation between white matter hyperintensity with types of migraine, and the secondary objectives are identify the prevalence of white matter hyperintensities among migraine patients, identify the white matter hyperintensity areas in brain among the migraine patients, and correlation of white matter hyperintensities with the MIDA score. Materials and method. This was a hospital-based time-bound cross-sectional observation study conducted in Department of Radiodiagnosis, GMC Surat and New Civil Hospital Surat. A total of 94 clinically diagnosed migraine patients who were referred to Department of Radiodiagnosis for MRI were included in study after application of inclusion and exclusion criteria. The inclusion criteria were clinically diagnosed migraine patient between the age group of 18 to 50 years who underwent MRI brain evaluation, patient consenting for the study. The exclusion criteria are as follows: the patient with history suggestive of any malignancy, vascular demyelinating infection or other disorder with CNS pathology, patient with focal neurological deficit or psychiatric illness, family history of Alzheimer's disease, patient with dyslipidemia, diabetes mellitus, cardiac disease, hypertension, and smokers. Trauma patient not consenting for study. Equipment: the magnetic MRI scans will be performed on Siemens 1.5 Tesla MRI machine. The following sequence will be performed: T1, T2 flare and DWI. The age distribution of the study is, you can so here most of the patients were 36 to 45 years old. 32% were male and 68% were female. There 42.6% patient had associated nausea and vomiting, whilst 57.4% patient had nausea and vomiting, while 42 did not have one. The types of migraine were 68% had migraine without aura, while 26% had some type of aura. Distribution of patient based on family history: 43.4% patient had positive family history, while 51.5% did not have any family history of the migraine. Distribution of patient, as you can see, the duration of the attack is most of the patient had between 4 to 12 hours of attack. The distribution of patient based on frequency, as you can see here. Here you can see most of our patient has grade 2 and grade 3 MIDAS grade. Distribution based on presence of or absence of white matter. White matter hyperintensity were present in approximately 38.4% of the patients. And the prevalence of white matter hyperintensity among migraine with aura and migraine without aura, as you can see here. Here is the distribution of white matter hyperintensity score assessed by Selton scale. Here is the case 1. Case 1 was a 39-year-old female suffering from migraine with aura and positive family history of migraine. The MIDAS grade was 4. Axial T2 and coronal T2 and axial flare MR images show multiple foci of white matter hyperintensities in juxta and deep cortical white matter of both right and left frontal and parietal lobes. These lesions appear isointense on axial T1 weighted imaging. The Selton score was 7. Here is the 42-year-old female suffering from migraine with visual aura for 8 years with attack frequency of 2 episodes per month and MIDAS grade of 2. Axial T2 and flare MR images show multiple foci of 5 meter hyperintensity in subcortical areas of bilateral frontal and right parietal lobe, which appear hyperintense, which appears iso-intense on T1 images. Here is the axial T2 and axial flare MR images of a 37-year-old female patient, 37-year-old male patient, clinically diagnosed case of migraine with no aura or positive family history, had illness for 6 years. Midas grade was 3. On the axial T2 and axial flare images, saw a few foci of white matter hyperintensity involving juxta and deep cortical white matter of right and left frontal lobe, which appear iso-intense on T1 weighted images. The Selton score in this patient was 4. Here is the case 4 of 45-year-old migraineurs with sensory aura and positive family history. Duration of disease was 5 years at the time of presentation with Midas grade 3. Axial T2 flare and coronal MR images show few foci of white matter hyperintensities in subcortical region of bilateral frontal and right parietal lobe. These lesions appear iso-intense on T1. The Selton score was 4. The result in our study, majority of the patient were group of 36 to 45 year. In majority of the patient of our study were females. The number of patients who suffered from migraine attacks with nausea and or vomiting were higher as compared to those without. 72.3% patient in our history had a history of migraine attack without presence of aura. Among 26 patients with aura, 20 experienced visual aura and 6 experienced sensory aura. None patient in our study had history of motor aura. Family history of migraine in 45.7% of the studied patient, while the rest 54.3% had no such history. This signifies susceptibility for migraine in subject with positive family history. In majority of the studied patient, migraine attacks lasted for more than 12 hours. Only 8.5% had history of daily migraine attacks. The mean duration of migraine disease in our study was 6.7 years plus or minus 3.8 years, with majority patient having history of migraine illness for 6 to 10 years. Disability assessment of the study population with the use of Midas showed mean and median disability score of 10.36, standard deviation 5.52 and 9 respectively. On MR imaging, the prevalence of white matter hyperintensity among migraine patients in our study was 40.4%. On comparing the mean white matter hyperintensities between males and females, we found a higher number in males as compared to females. Prevalence of white matter hyperintensities among the patient with and without aura were 61.5 and 32.3 respectively. In our study, the increase in number of white matter hyperintensities with increase in frequency of attack was significant. In our study, we found significant correlation between duration of migraine illness and presence of white matter hyperintensities. We found that mean number of white matter hyperintensities Midas grade 4 was highest, while it was least in Midas grade 1. So conclusion of our study is that migraine is a neurological disorder associated with number of pathophysiological changes leading to oligemia, focal hypoperfusion. High prevalence of white matter lesions were found in our study. Migraine patients with aura are more likely to develop white matter hyperintensities as compared to those without aura. Thus, patients with oral headache should undergo aggressive prophylactic therapy to prevent further brain injury. The ischemic injury to cortical tracts, which appear white matter lesions on MR imaging, could be the reason for higher disability in form of poor Midas score. Migraine lesions are fewer in number, smaller in size, and tend to be located in subcortical and deep white matter. Lesions have propensity to involve frontoparietal region with relative sparing of temporo-occipital region. The association of clinical spectrum of migraine and white matter lesion on MRI suggests routine use of imaging, especially in patients with aura, positive family history, higher disability among with patients who suffer from frequent prolonged attacks. The hyperintensity load on imaging will provide an insight to extent of neuronal affection and may aid in tailoring the treatment protocol those who are at risk of poor prognosis. Thank you.